How you doing, everybody? You know what time it is, my favorite day of the week. Wednesday, December 18th, 2019. My name's Tony Varela. This here is my co-host, Yogi Yokes. We got some sweet comics to tell you about. You ready? You ready, Yokes? You sure? All right, let's do this. Whoosh. All right. So, before we get started on today's comics, and there was a ton of them, because the comics are all trying to get pushed out before Christmas, because there won't be a new Comic Wednesday this week because it's going to be Jesus' birthday. But we're going to have a new Comic Thursday, and it's probably going to be kind of light, but that means today was really fat. But first off, I promised you this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 100, and this is the John Jang variant, and ooh-wee! Oh my goodness, Yogi. That variant cover is sick. When I ordered that one, there were only 80 left, so sure that thing's well sold out by now. I also promised you a Zafino variant of Deadeye's number 3. Love me some Zafino. I have also pre-ordered 2 Zafino books. We've got Doom 2099 on the way, and we also got Doctor Strange number 1, and you should check those out because they're both dope. Another one I promised you was this Saviuk 1 in 25 Alien Reality Spider-Man variant. And that is the homage to Spider-Man 38. And I thought I'd give you a look at that bad boy. I usually got it up in the cabinet there, but really nice homage to that with the black suit Spidey. Definitely worth checking that one out. So, starting with today's comics from Dynamite, we got Vampirella number 6. And I've loved this title. Priest is doing the writing on it. We got our Goon Gundu's doing the art, and the art is beautiful in it. And they've been giving us these art germ covers that are just dope. And this is the dopest one of all, and I'm going to show you why. Because we got us an acetate cover that opens up to make it look all bloody. Come on now, baby. Woo! Oh man, look at this thing. And then you crack it open. Look at that. Really nice. And the back cover is dope as well. Really cool deal. And I don't think there was any special price on this book either. So definitely want to grab that one. There's also a metallic variant of that one, but man, that bloody variant is dope. So from Boom Studios, Once and Future, one of the hottest titles going, period, but definitely one of Boom's biggest. Something Is Killing the Children. It's definitely probably broken for top spot of Boom's biggest title, but this Once and Future is dope. This is number 5, and it's written by Kieran Gillen. We got us a Dan Mora interiors and cover on that, and I can't recommend that title highly enough. Small print run, small studio, great story. It's a real nice melding of magic and history. Check it out. This is another really good one. I haven't heard much talk about this one, so maybe it's not going to blow up like I hoped, but maybe it is. But Unsacred number 2 is from Blaze Studios, and the writing, the art, and normally the covers, but this one is done by Sabine Rich. Normally the writing and art is all done by Mirka Andolfo, and her style is really cute. It's the story of an angel named Angelina and a devil that are dating, and the devil's obviously trying to get in her pants, and she's definitely fighting him off and stuff. And anyway, really funny book, so check it out. The art's beautiful. Another title that I've loved for a long time and speculated on a while ago was Hardcore, and now we got Hardcore Reloaded. Now, this is written by Brandon Thomas, and Francis Portela is doing the art. We got a Nick Klein cover as well. But this book is dope, and the art inside looks great. Can't wait to read it. The original series was unbelievable, so definitely want to check that out. If you're not interested in, a book blowing up for big money, but you want a really good read with some art and a nice premise, check that book out. It kills. And I'm thinking, man, eventually somebody's going to catch that book. Some director's going to read it and go, you know what? Give me that. For Valiant, we got Bloodshot number 4. That's written by Tim Seeley. And we got some beautiful Brett Booth art inside. My only complaint with this book is it's kind of short, real thin. We got a Mark Laning cover, and that's my only beef with this book this week is the covers. There was not really one that stood out, but anyway, I can live with it because normally they're dope, and the interiors are always good. So for Marvel, we got Annihilation Scourge. Matt Rosenberg's doing the writing on this, and we got Manuel Garcia doing the art. Not necessarily my art style, but it's not bad. But I love this Jose Maria Casanova's cover. And the reason I bought this is last week I showed you that Silver Surfer Casanova's book and Silver Surfer and the Sentry combined. So you're going to see the first full appearance of that character in this book. And I don't think it's going to be one that's going to stick around for a long time, but definitely a cool premise. And if you're not up on the Sentry, man, it's usually a cool read. A lot of neat stuff with that character. He's kind of like Marvel's version of an insane Superman. Check it out. Daredevil number 15. Been loving this title all the way through. Chip Zdarsky's doing the writing, and he's great. Mark Giacchetto is doing the art, and he's great. And we got these Tedesco covers, and he's great. Also passed up a Ryan Brown cover. There were just too many books to get. I got over 20 books today. And I don't think I got dupes of any book. So that'll tell you something. A lot of really great titles out today. For instance, Fallen Angels number 4, probably my favorite. Well, X-Force is really dope, but Fallen Angels is definitely broken for top spot of my favorite new X-Men title. We got Brian Hill doing the writing. We got Simon Kodransky doing the art. And we got a David Nakayama cover who usually knocks it out of the park, but a bit of a swing and a miss on this one. But still not bad. Not bad. We got Ghost Rider number 5. Shannon McGuire's doing the writing on that, and I really like this title. It took me a while to get used to Takeshi Miyazawa's art, but I am on board now. And normally don't go for these 2020 covers, but this Mahmoud Azwar was the better of the 2 covers that were offered today. So, Guardians of the Galaxy number 12. This is written by Donny Cates, and this is the last one of his run. So I don't know if this title's ending or if it's just Donny Cates is ending on this title, but it is definitely the end of the story run. We got Corey Smith and an assortment of other writers doing the art in that, and we got a Geoff Shaw cover. Let's see, Spider-Man number 3. This book is amazing. And I was not expecting much. It seemed kind of like a gimmick getting a director to write a comic book, but JJ and Henry Abrams are doing a great job on the writing. Sarah Pichelli's doing wonderful art, and we're getting these Oliver Copiel covers and big happenings going on in this book with the new villain Cadaverous. And there's some deaths in this book, and man, don't be surprised if you get the feels while reading it. This book is really good. And another one. Oh man, I can't recommend this freaking book enough. King Thor, baby. Jason Aaron, who's great on Thor, always. We got Assad Ribic pencils, so it's back to the God of Thunder roots, where he introduced the God Butcher, and the God Butcher is back, and these guys are killing it on this title. I think this is a limited series, so I don't expect it to go on much longer, so enjoy it while you can. There's a Zafino cover of the number 1. I think it's a 1 in 25. It's dope. I showed you a while back. But love this title, and I love this X-Force as well. This is number 4. Benjamin Percy's just killing it on the writing. The story is fantastic. We got these assassins coming in. They killed Xavier. They captured Domino and used bits of her skin to get past the Krakoa Island defenses. Crazy stuff. We got Wolverine going ham on some people, getting some revenge. Awesome book. Check it out. That's it for Marvel. So on to DC. We got Aquaman number 55 and Kelly Sue DeConnick. She's been doing a really good job on the writing on this book. And Robson Roca's art is definitely sick as well. And Roca's doing the cover also. So we got Lex Luthor has given Black Manta a giant mech manta. And Aquaman and his friends are battling now. So a lot of goings on in that. And I think we're going to be having an Aqua Sun coming up. So you want to get on this book. I wasn't aware that Mira was pregnant, but in the upcoming solicitations, there definitely looks like there's a Mira baby on the way. I assume it's Aquaman's, but might have to have a paternity test and see what's up. We got Batman, number 85. Tom King has just been toying with this, really, Tom King. Doing it on purpose. Punk, tired of you, man. Go on, get Tom King. This is Tom King's last issue. And definitely polarizing writer. We do have Michael Janin doing the art, which is a nice upgrade from John Romita Jr. rather. And we got Francisco Matina doing that cover. And ooh-wee, Francisco Matina's art is dope. Don't you think, Yos? Don't you think? Yeah. Suicide Squad, he had a Matina cover as well on that Suicide Squad #1 reboot. But honestly, that Suicide Squad, the makeup is just a collection of the most stupid characters you can think of. So I passed on that. That's hard for me to do. The book's got to be pretty bad for me to pass up on a Matina cover and not having it. Also getting a little weary of all these Batman titles, but man, you got Scott Snyder and Capullo on the same book. Remember that Batman run they did? It was dope, so I'm definitely not going to pass this up. And we got the first appearance of a character called Omega. And another Batman book. We got Batman, Superman. This is Joshua Williamson, and his art style has been, writing style has been great. Been loving this story. The art inside from David Marquez is fantastic. And this is supposed to be the first full appearance of the Secret Six, which is a little bit wearing me out, you know, all these dark versions of all these characters. I like the Joker one, you know, a couple of the other ones, but come on, man. Enough's enough. Don't wear a good thing out. Catwoman #18. We got Joel Jones doing the writing and art on that, getting a little help from Fernando Blanca, and we got a Chris Anka cover. Some of these Catwoman covers have been amazing. This one's pretty good, but definitely not as great as some of those art germs. So finally, we got Doomsday Clock #12, the culmination of this series. Geoff John has done a great job on the writing, but man, this thing has just been eking out a drip at a time. We got Gary Frank doing amazing art. We also got a Gary Frank and Brad Anderson cover on that, and that is the first appearance of Clark, it says. So I don't know if that means Clark Kent now that he's come out as Clark Kent, or if we got a new Clark, which seems a strange name for a superhero. So we'll see. But Superman and the Blue Martian Man are going to be battling it out. So I can't wait to see how that one ends up. We've been waiting a long time for it, for sure. So we got another DC Black large format book. That is Harleen, and that is #3 of 3. And that is written and drawn and cover art all by Stepan Sajic. And really have been enjoying this book. You know, I say I'm sick of Batman and the Joker and Harley and all this. We got to keep buying them. But when you got a Kari Andrews cover like that, how am I supposed to pass that up? Come on, man. We got Jeff Lemire doing the writing on that. And before I forget, Jeff Lemire had a new title out today. It was called Skull Digger and Skeleton Boy. So I did not pick it up. I really did not care for the interior art, and I'm not really up on that Black Hammer world, but it is the first appearance of those characters. So if you see it out and about and you're into that Black Hammer world, you probably want to grab that. So Jeff Lemire's writing this Joker Killer Smile. We got Andre Sorrentino doing the art. Really unusual art style, but I love it. And we got a Car Andrews cover, and that's, oh yeah, yo, that's a good cover. That's a good cover. All right, you know what? Let me get rid of some of these big daddies. So we got Justice League #38, and Scott Snyder's been taking his time. Just, man, wrap it up, bro. I'm really tired of this storyline, but it's definitely culminating. I keep using that word, culminating. I don't know. It's the word of the day. Jorge Jimenez is on the art on this title today, and it's nice art from Jorge. And we got us a Tony Daniel cover B, but I don't know what's going on with. Look at Superman's abs there, man. Looks like he's got some issues. But normally Tony Daniel is money, but he had an amazing Spider-Man today that cover, I thought it was going to be great, but it wasn't. Just wasn't. We got the last God number, or chapter 3 of the Fellspire Chronicles. Despite its convoluted title, this book is actually really good. We got Philip Kennedy Johnson doing the writing on this, and there's a lot of backstory in the front or back, a lot of prose giving you backstory on what's going on, and you need it because it's a little complicated, but it's good. And Ricardo Federici is doing a great job on the art inside. I wish he did the covers as well, because he's a little bit better artist, in my opinion, than Kai Carpenter, who does the cover on this. And lastly, we got Wonder Woman. What number is this? Number 83. And we got Steve Orlando doing the writing, and we got Jeremy Rapak and Miguel Mendoza doing the art. And a really odd mix, because one looks actually really good and the other one looks childlike, and it's a stark difference when you're thumbing through the book. But the real reason I bought this was the Jenny Friesen cover. She also had a book from DC Black, the what do you call it, the Brian Hill books. She had a Low Woods cover, which is a new title that was out today. So might be something you want to check out. There's a few books you might want to check out. So even though I got over 20 books from Marvel, we had Scream Curse of Carnage. It was the first cover appearance of Big Mother. We also had a 1 in 10 John Boy Myers cover for Marvel Action Spider-Man. And that's like 3 in a row of those 1 in 10 covers, which are really hard to get because people don't order a lot of those Marvel Action Spider-Man books. But John Boy Myers is fantastic. And I've got some Red Sonja autograph covers that he's done. And I'll whip those out and show you sometime. But love that artist. Avengers 28, I just can't stand that Ed McGuinness art, man. It's just weird. But we do have the debut of the War Widow armor. So I guess Black Widow's getting some armor. Marauders 4, my least favorite X-Men new title. It's supposed to be the first Red Bishop and New Hellfire Club. Revenge of the Cosmic Ghost Rider came out today. Amazing Spider-Man still sucks. Can't take that Nick Spencer writing. We do have a different artist. I think it was Basil Dura maybe. And Black Panther Killmonger is resurrected. Independent titles. We had a Mark Millar secret title, and it's titled American Jesus. And it looked like some sacrilege, so I'll stay away from that mess. And there's a new title from Image called The Visitor. And I told you about the Low Woods. Eskimo Kisses. Yeah. Oh, baby. And Middle West from Image is out today. But that Eskimo Kisses has been getting a little hype. And from DC, there was a Wonder Woman Dead Earth. It was another big format book, but the art looks not good. Not good at all. Year of the Villain Hell Arisen #1 is supposed to be the first Secret 6 cover appearance. And then also there was a Tedesco variant. There was also a Commissioner #1, another one of those Who Laughs storylines. I told you about the Suicide Squad. And then lastly, we had Teen Titans #37. We had the first appearance of the Other, and you find out his identity. Spoiler alert. Go ahead and turn it off if you don't want to hear this, but it's Damien's clone. So, yeah, that's going on. But this comic day wasn't lame. Got a lot of books I'm ready to read. I read everything I get. I'm hoping to do a review of all the books of last week. Tell you whether to sub them or snub them. And otherwise, that's it from me and Yo. Ready? See you next time.